What up, y'all? I'm trying to add Andrea and it's not showing her, so I'm gonna try to figure this out. There you are. Hey! I don't know what's going on here, but hello, everybody. Welcome to Rubber Duck Thursdays.
Hello, does anyone
Hello.
else hear like a pop-in, like popcorn? Something's up with my sound.
No, I do not. But hello, you are
Okay.
are you in heaven or something right now?
I
Very
am.
bright.
I'm
Wow.
gonna change that.
Okay.
Why is the brightness like? Listen, I'm trying to get this light to like wake me
You
up.
know, we're doing it live, everybody. That's how this all works.
It's a
Hello.
little stream. All right. Hello, hello.
Well, the happy SDK day. It's very exciting.
Yes, great news for all of you thinkers out there.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all are aware,
Let me
but the
swap my.
new GitHub Copilot SDK is officially out in technical preview. I'm going to share my screen right there. Blammo. It's very exciting. GitHub Copilot SDK. It is a way to integrate GitHub Copilot and all of the AI goodness into your apps with Node, with TypeScript, with Go. What are the other ones? .NET and Python. Here they are, right here. Check it out because it's awesome. We've been playing with it as a team. I know Andrea has been building something cool today, and I've been playing with some stuff. It's been really fun to play with. And so, in case it's not like fully clear what it is, if have you used the CLI? Has anybody here used the CLI? Andrea,
Yes, tell us in the chat. Yes, I've used the CLI. I quite enjoy it. It
CLI
was
is cute.
it grew on me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
At first, I was
Mm.
like, I don't know. I need to see what's happening. But it grew on me, and now we're vibing. We're vibing the CLI and me.
Actually, oop, what's going on? Sorry, that was my computer yelling at me. I'm going to show the CLI really quick. Let me
Yes,
actually pull
please.
up my terminal so you can see what I'm talking about. Boo 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 boo. So, if you want to use the CLI, it lets you run agentic things in your projects. And so, for example, if I wanted to run it, I would do Copilot in this repo right here. And then look how cute it is. Excuse me. It's nice, right? It's got a little Mona mascot. Now, it's all shiny, but what can it actually do? Let me put a little help right here, and you can see all of the different commands because there's more commands I saw yesterday that I hadn't actually seen before. You can
So
do so many
many.
things. You can review code, you could do code reviews, you can control models, you can even change the theme. I think I can actually change the terminal theme from here. Can I do theme and then light? I don't understand how that works. Oh, theme set. Theme set light. Cute. Oh, next restart of the CLI. Well, now I've got to try it. Okay, it's the same. Anyway, that is not the best show of what it can do. It can do a lot of cool things, I promise. Here, for example, check out the list of models. You can choose the different models that you want to work with here. I like using Claude Opus for a lot of things, but you can, let's just say I wanted to change to Codex or Gemini or something. It just works. You do it and it's great. And then you can run different agents. Like I don't have any custom agents in this particular repo, but what you could do, yeah, it's yelling at me because I don't have any. But you can add
Yeah.
custom agents per repo in your GitHub folders, which is particularly cool. I love the CLI; it's so nice. But you can also, for example, delegate some tasks. And so in this particular repo, I could be like, delegate, add dark mode or something, and it would make it work. And actually, I have something that I've been wanting to do, so I'm going to do that really quick. Let me go back. I can Copilot into this particular repo. To-Do Meter is a productivity app I made for myself. I love it, but it's a little bit out of date, and so I could do delegate and do update Electron to the latest version.
So
And then
you're giving this to the agent, to the GitHub Copilot agent.
yeah.
Now.
And so if I do that, it'll just make a PR on my repo for me. And I'm not going to hit enter just yet because I'm frightened, but I will hit enter in a second. That's what's cool about the CLI. So I know it's scary, but you can do it, and I'll show what that looks like in a second. Let me
I
actually hit
love it.
enter and
Okay,
pull
so
up.
how can we install it for the folks who've not installed it yet?
Yes, so the Copilot CLI, there's an installation guide, and I'm actually going to plop it in the chat over here. So for that's again, this is the CLI part. We'll talk about the SDK in a second. It's not too bad. Let me pull up the docs really quick for you so you can see what I'm talking about. La 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 la. Check it out. Okay, so this is installing a GitHub Copilot CLI in PowerShell. Blammo. Winget install GitHub Copilot. In macOS and Linux, brew install Copilot CLI. That's it. It's done. It's pretty nice. And once again, you can check out. I have some issues and pull requests on this repo, but look at that. Update Electron. I delegated it from the CLI, and I'm actually particularly frightened because it says that there's 4,000 line changes. Oh wait, that's just the package lock.
What in the world? Oh, okay. Oh no, it's just updating.
Gotcha. That was the package JSON. Or the package lock. Okay. That's only 2 lines. That's nice. I might actually give it some more instructions to be like, okay, you can't just change the numbers because that's not how this works. But it started. And that's what's particularly cool about the CLI. So now that you understand what the CLI is, the SDK, imagine all of the engine that powers the CLI to be able to run in your terminal. But imagine you don't want to run in your terminal. You want to be somewhere more fun. You want to be on your desktop or in your IDE in an extension, in a web app, an app on your refrigerator. You can do that, which is really, really cool. And so with Node or Python or Go or .NET, you can npm install, pip install, go get, .NET add, all of these things, the SDK to your projects, and it just works. And I actually vibe coded an app yesterday, and I know, Andrea, you were working on one too.
Can we see it? Yeah, let's show yours, and then maybe there is some Expo humans. I know you can help me with the design of it because right now I've been fighting with the same 2 things for like all morning. So, all right, but let's see it because it's so fun. I love that. So, but before you show us the app, though.
Yeah, I will. So I've been vibing this one. This is one that like I've touched some of the code. I particularly touched some of the icons and images and stuff. But check this out. Let me zoom in on my screen. Can I do that? Actually, let me share just the window so that way you can see it a little bit better.
Do
One second. I'm so excited about it because it's cute. I wanted a cute way to navigate my repositories and interact with things because the CLI is cool, but I wanted to like have some cute buttons and stuff. So I made this thing that I call the Mona AI Hub. Look, I can hover over this and she waves. Isn't that cute? And so you can log in. You can log into GitHub on this, and it has like you could go to my profile. You could switch accounts. I've already logged in, but it has a whole authentication flow. You can choose a theme. So this is like the default gradient in the background, but you could also choose a bunch of other ones, like a teal theme. I really like this regular pink one, but it has like
where did you get those from? Those are amazing.
I found a free asset pack, which is great. I loved it. Yeah. And then, yeah, you can add different projects. And so I just added projects in here. What it just shows adding because this is opening like my Explorer here, but it has all of these different projects. And so let's just say I go to my Pocket Cal one. I can choose the model that I want to work with. I can choose whichever custom agents I want to do. I could add a custom agent. You could add different MCP servers in here. And then you can run tasks on your thing. So I could be like, add more documentation to the README. And then I can hit send and look at the little Mona there. Anyway, I'm not going to have you wait for that response. But anyway, that's the little app that I made.
That's beautiful.
Not bad, right? It's made with Electron and React. And it was very fun to just kind of dabble with it. Oh, actually, I want to show you one more cute thing. Let me just remove all of these projects, which is annoying, but whatever. I want to show you the empty screen because it's so cute. I really just had fun talking with people about pixel art. Look how cute that is.
That's
It's
amazing.
nice, right? And when I log out, actually, too, it does like a little thing. Oop.
There it
Hey, but
goes.
look, sign in to get started. Isn't that cute?
I love this. I love this. This needs to go in the marketplace, in the GitHub marketplace.
Thank you.
Or
I have so much to clean up,
oh
but
yeah.
it's getting there. It's getting there. How long did it take to vibe code this app? I started it yesterday. So that tells you how long. I was working on it for a lot of yesterday. I actually think I started the concept on Tuesday, but actually started working on it yesterday. But what was cool was I used plan mode. Andrea, have you used plan mode in the CLI?
A little bit, yes. I need to, and I'm actually gonna set up a project using trying to just spec it out and then set the agents to go loose and go do it.
It's so good.
I've been doing it, but not inside the CLI, which is ridiculous. Now that's native to the CLI.
Y'all, I'm going to show it to you really quick. I'm pulling up my CLI again and resharing my screen because you can do this you can do all of these things in the SDK too. So again, like you can build these apps that just do things. But in particular, it's really fun to do some of this in the CLI as well. Like it's really just, you can run Copilot on any surface, which is cool. Like one of our, whoa. Are you in the Matrix?
I'm trying to not have this halo like I'm in heaven.
I know, right? So, well, but something that is particularly cool that one of our coworkers made is he makes a lot of videos and needs to add captions and add chapters and descriptions and stuff. He ended up building his own CLI app with the SDK where he puts in a YouTube video and it auto generates YouTube chapters and descriptions for him, which is awesome. It's really, really cool. And so I see there's a question from Dean. What not that one, this one. What models are you using for vibe coding at the moment? I'm bopping between them right now. I feel like Claude Opus is like, wow, it's so good. But I also have enjoyed Gemini Pro, at least to kick off apps. I think it's been nice. I usually it doesn't sound great. I usually kick off apps with either GPT 5.2 or Gemini Pro, and then after getting the baseline, I have Claude Opus do all of the like more complex stuff. I don't know about you, Andrea.
Yeah, that's actually exactly, except not so much Opus. I think for most things like Sonnet 4.5 is
yeah, that's true. That one's really
like
good.
that works. I don't know. I had a beef with Opus. Like we had a fight about opening Markdown files detailing every single little change, even though like it was not like respected my instructions. So, but listen, this might be 100% operator error. The beauty of having a GitHub Copilot Pro subscription is that you have access to so many models. So you get to play around. You can pick and choose.
You dabble a little bit. I see Dean is saying Opus is incredible. I noticed a significant difference when I burn my Copilot credits and it drops to one of the Pro sub included models.
Yes.
That's like there have been times where I've tried to like run some experiments in like ChatGPT, and I can tell when it drops me down because I'm like, ooh, these responses aren't as like crispy as they once were.
Yeah.
But yeah, Haiku is also good for doing simpler stuff for a bit cheaper. Have you tried Codex?
A little bit, and actually, now that we have the Codex agent, and
yeah, I've heard it's really good.
It's really good. Honestly, like the project that I've been working on, I kicked it off with Codex. Like I did the planning outside. I did the planning with Sonnet and came up with a pretty decent PRD. And then Codex did really, really well. Especially, it played really nicely with authentication logic for GitHub, which
I'm going to try some of this.
I feel like I tried this once before and it was not as straightforward. Like I was doing a lot of manual coding of that, which is like the documentation is great. So you shouldn't have to. But Codex did a really good job on like the scaffolding of it.
Yeah. And there's Haiku is good for doing simpler stuff for a bit cheaper. Yeah. Like yes. you don't need the mega complex stuff, but you've kind of sold me on trying Opus. So I want to show plan mode because it's so cool. So if you want to cycle your mode in the CLI, and once again, you could do a lot of these things in the SDK too, but this interface is built. So with plan mode, you can shift tab and shift between like building, running agents. And then in plan mode, you can basically talk about a project that you want, and it asks you a bunch of questions about this project that you want to make. And so I have a list of just so many side projects that I want to make. Let's see. I want to make something that stores color palettes, which is really, really specific. But sometimes you know how you want like a color palette for an app that you're making or for a graphic you might be doing for branding things and stuff like that. I have like a whole just set of files in my note-taking software in Obsidian where it's just like lists of hex codes. And there has to be a better way. And so I was thinking it'd be fun to do some kind of app that stores those in like a nice way, and some kind of desktop app.
I like that. I like that because Obsidian is not like, are you able to render the colors, or you just have the hex codes there, like so you could just open the app and then actually see the colors?
Like it's just text files basically. And so what I can do, I have a transcription tool, and so I'm going to talk to the CLI and see how this goes. And so I'm going to say, I would like to build an app. Oh, does it work? Oh, wait, did I break it? I see it say it's pulsing right here saying
that means it's working, but your cursor needs to be on it. It is, yeah. Is your cursor on the thing?
I think I like tapped it and then it got mad at me. So 1 second while I try to fix my own transcription software.
Are you using Handy?
I am. It's so good.
Oh my goodness. They're coming to Open Source Friday, friends. I'm gonna
really?
Send you the link,
that's so cool.
People, please RSVP and comment.
Hang on 1 second. I'm going to restart Handy and I might have to restart my screen. So keep talking, Andrea.
Oh, well, so no, for those of you who are like, because there were, and at one point we actually had something like that in VS Code that was, that's part of an experiment too but there's a ton of dictation tools out there, but this one, it's terrific because it works on any surface. So you don't need to be like, and it's open source, which is the best thing about it. But the creator, it's awesome. CJ, he's going to be joining us for Open Source Friday on February 6th. And he created this because he broke a finger and couldn't type. Yeah. So it's one of those things that is like, he made it legitimately to like fix his own problem. And it's become like such a great project and so helpful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've been enjoying it. I'm going to post on the chat the YouTube link. Sure. So just go ahead and like just click a reminder so that you know to join when we kick that off, please. Thank you.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to talk about this app so you can see what we're talking about with plan mode because it's really cool. So I'll say, I want to build an application for managing color palettes where I want to be able to easily add colors to this thing where I'm storing them. I want to be able to add them in hex, in RGB, in the OLKCH or whatever that is called. I'm not entirely sure what those letters are supposed to be. I want to be able to add colors quickly, group colors quickly, be able to make folders, tag things, name colors, have name suggestions for the colors. I want to be able to basically just make an entire color palette management app. Okay. We'll see if the transcription works. I just said a whole lot of things.
I love that. Honestly, that's like the mode that's been underplayed, like being able to just say what you say.
Yeah.
Even if you're a fast typer, like.
I know. Although it's not, it's still transcribing. It's never been this slow before. And so now I feel like I've shelled this thing that's not that great.
It's really awesome, y'all. Well, I wonder if you have, how many, like, do you have insiders and code open? Like my computer is coming to a screeching halt.
That's a great point.
I was running so many things
just
at
like
once.
Overloading things. That's a great point. You know what? I'm just going to type words. What year is it?
Do it. Just like a savage.
I know.
Do it.
What is this? It's like when you're using punch cards to input a program in the computer.
Yeah. But definitely don't be discouraged and use Handy because it's really cool.
It's really good. And actually, I'm going to pull up my notes too on what I've already written about this color palette management app. Oh, I still don't like talking out loud to a computer. I get that. I feel like it's a habit you build, and then once you get used to it, you're like, oh, typing? What is that about? At least that's how I have felt.
No, it's true. And honestly, like, I mean, like, I have the fortune that my hands like don't bother me. Like one of our teammates uses it because some neurological issues with their hands. I heard from Scott Hanselman as well that he uses it too because he has some neuropathy and it's hard to type. So it's a great tool to make. We take for granted, like, what would it be like if we couldn't type? Like, that would suck. But using this tool, you can actually keep working. Yeah. Okay, so what have you done so far?
Okay, so I said I want to make a color palette management app with these features. So you can make color palettes in various forms, save them and name the palettes, categorize into folders, add tags, Pantone color checker, export as stylistic variables, export to Figma or Sketch or whatever. All that jazz. I want to do all these. Oh, and so I can create a new project. And now it's going to clarify the project scope. I also wanted to be able to upload an image and create a palette from an image. I wanted to be able to sort the different colors. Basically just all these things that you can do with colors, I would like to do, gallery of palettes and all that. There have been like web apps to do this. I've seen them. I would like one on my computer. I think it'd be neat.
That would be cool. And since you already have the content you want in it, right? Like you already have your doc with all your favorites. That would be really cool.
And we have some questions. I'd like to see a demo of the SDK. We showed one earlier, and we will show another one in a little bit.
Absolutely.
What is the advantage of using Copilot in the CLI versus using it in VS Code or a browser? This is more just showing like the surface area. We want you to be able to use it wherever you want. And so whether you're using it in your IDE, in the browser, in the terminal, in the app that you build with the SDK, the world's your oyster. And so we're trying to really just say, like, we want developers to have whatever choices they want.
100%. And there is, honestly, if you're someone that works on the terminal, there is something really just comfortable about working there. Like chaining commands, typing it. Obviously, if you open the terminal and VS Code, it's going to be the same experience if you open the CLI there. But then this doesn't tie you to an editor. You can use Ghosty. You can use whatever your favorite terminal is. But typing and using that chain of commands together, that's really fun. And then, I don't know, I think for speed and focus, for me at least.
Yeah.
I've noticed when I'm working on the CLI, I stick to the one window that I'm on versus otherwise my Adobe brain wants to go. Adobe's a spice, friends. Wants to go to like 5 different places. So that's, yeah. But it's definitely a personal choice. And you have the option to use Copilot across all your surfaces, like anywhere you like to work. So
also, I don't know if you're noticing, it's asking me questions based on my plan. And I'm able to answer them and navigate with them with the arrow keys.
Yes.
It's like, should the gallery for sharing work be offline or be a hosted public gallery? So I could have a local one, a hosted one, both. I like the idea of just doing a local gallery. Like this is just a local place to store colors.
For you, yeah.
I think I'm going to do my own thing and be just like, I want this to be in a folder of files, JSON or otherwise, where if a user wanted to make their own syncing solution, like with Dropbox, for example, they can do so. Let's see. Is it like Claude Code where the full CLI tool is way better than the editor side panel versions? I wouldn't say like way better, but I think it's portable. And I think that's what's particularly nice. Where like if I say I want to start a new agent session and like delegate it to the cloud, I can see that agent session in the browser. I can see it in VS Code. I can see it in all of these different places. And so it's less, is it better, and more like it's meant to be wherever you want to live. kind of like what we were saying before. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andrea. That's kind of how I'm saying.
No, you're exactly right. And I mean, like right now on the agent HQ view, where so like you can view your agent task on .com, on mobile, on VS Code, in the chat window, is the same thing. And so in the future, you're gonna be able to have like all of your agents there. Right now is what is it, Clovis and the Copilot coding agent.
And you can also bring your own key and do other ones. Like we work with we have a partnership with Open Code now. You can run a fleet of agents if you want. I saw Dean in the chat saying there was multiple CLIs and multiple Git working trees, each one completing a long running task. Exactly. Where you could literally run just a bunch of agents in parallel in the CLI, in your editor, in multiple tabs, however you'd like to do it. You could actually use the SDK to manage all of those agents too and build like your own UI on top of that. That could actually be interesting.
That's a fun project. I feel like I've seen someone internally started to work on something like that. But that would be a fun one.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to finish this plan because it's still going. How should the API for adding a palette work?
I was thinking, we have a question. Copilot agents and spaces. So Copilot Spaces is a different thing, but it's basically a source of knowledge for your agents. So it's more, think of it as a workspace where all the context of your project lives beyond the code. That's Copilot Spaces. Amazing feature. If you haven't tried it out, I'm going to also post a link to a post about that.
1 second.
So like, for example, for this project that Cassidy is working on, like once it's done, all of this logic, like from the planning, the choices that she's making as far as the design, how she wants it to be accessible, where she wants to store it. Those are all things like are decisions that are made. Like most of you work with ADRs before. And so in a Copilot space, you can create a dedicated workspace to have all of that context. And you can add PDF. I think PDF support is out. You can add PDF. I want to say image support is coming soon. So think about having like your diagram, like your architecture of your projects as a point of reference so the agent can look at it. And when you request to implement a new feature or you want to change something that's very structural to the project, if you're going to do it not the right way, then the agent now has the visibility of like sort of that rationale. Anything that you think of, you can put in there. PRDs, how you made the decisions that you made, your ADRs, your Slack transcripts, Zoom call transcripts. So it's really great. Definitely.
Yeah. I have some examples of spaces that I can show when this is done, one task at a time. But you can also just like reuse the prompts in addition to making the space. Where I for example, have been helping come up with some ways to automate the GitHub changelog posting to social media. And so we have a dedicated prompt that we run the changelog through and then make our own edits and stuff. And so we have a Copilot space for that where we paste the changelog in and then we get the outputted social post and then make our tweaks from there so we don't have to write everything from scratch.
I love that. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice.
So that's Spaces, right? And thank you so much for the question. It's me, Birdie, 911. And then Copilot agents. So you know Copilot, right? We love him. We love him. He's our friend.
Oh yeah.
She's our friend. It is our friend. What the agent is gonna be Copilot, but with power, with autonomy to go and do the work. So you don't need to prompt it. You give it a task. And on the CLI, for example, like Cassidy just did, starting the planning of this app, or when you use /delegate, once the project is done, you can delegate a task. Versus if you're working with Copilot, you have to be a bit more explicit about what you want and the process in which it's going to do it. The agent takes the autonomy of that, like makes the decisions based, of course, on your instructions and the way that you have set up and documented your project. But it goes on from like, you can open an issue, assign it to the agent, and that's it. Go do something else, and then you come back to a draft PR ready for your review. Again, nothing gets merged into your project without your authorization.
You are ultimately in control.
Exactly. You're always the pilot, but the agents just can operate like that in 24/7. And now there's so many fun experiments people are working on, doing things that literally they have like their agents working overnight, waking up in the morning to like implementations that before they just wouldn't have the time for. So it's cool.
Ooh, and I got a whole plan made.
Amazing.
And so after it asked me all of these different questions, it had like, what's the work plan? And this is very big, so let me zoom in. For this color palette management, it has like scaffold this app, define data models, yada yada yada. And so it created a plan based on our discussion that we had. And so it gave all of these different checkpoints things. Some of these are definitely bullet points I already wrote down, but it made them a little bit more specific, like implement these specific exports. It defined like the list that it needed to go with. So if I wanted to use this plan, I could tell Copilot to make it. Would you like to do that with the SDK right now?
Let's do it.
Let's try it.
Are you gonna go to your project and kick it up from there, or what's the plan?
I think so. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna copy this and just make an entirely new window and project. Let's just see how this goes. I genuinely don't know what to expect.
Hey, listen, this is live, so our friends that are watching,
please be nice.
They know.
I'm also going to make sure. I don't think. What should I name this project for color management?
I don't know. Color me pretty.
That's cute. Let's see.
Oh,
wow, I can't decide. I want to make something like brandable.
You want something like extreme?
It's so hard to name things. Yeah.
Color Matrix 3000 ultimate.
Oh yeah, ultimate color.
Ultimate color.
I could just do color keeper.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. So boring, but that's
it works. It works.
Color keeper. Cool. This is gonna be the new project. And let's see. I'm so zoomed in. I need to find all of my things really quick. Okay, we've got this new color keeper. I'm going to make a new file called spec.md. I'm going to paste in the plan. I'm going to do a git init in here. So now it's a new git repository. And now I could just set an agent on this and
tell it to go to work
and make it happen. Oh, you know what? I made this all local only and stuff, but it would be cool to integrate the Copilot SDK and be just like come up with tag suggestions and color names and stuff like that. So it has like a dash of AI in addition to all of this. And so I'm actually going to add that to the plan. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of some of this thing where it's emphasizing offline, where as much as I appreciate it, I'm going to.
There you go. But that's what you just described is the purpose of the SDK, like for you to have a way to integrate AI features anywhere.
Yeah.
So like this is something that that would be a cool thing to help you with the naming. Maybe you want to create names for your palette themes, and I mean we just talked about a name for that for like 2 minutes. So imagine having like 100 palettes. That's something that AI can do. And do it fast.
Okay, that looks good to me. And then I'm going to add the Copilot SDK into here really quick. So I'm just going to npm install the GitHub Copilot SDK. And I need to npm init as well. I could probably do this with agent mode, but we'll start a little bit in here before I give everything to the agent. Feel like I did something. Like this for the project. I should have done that.
That is a banger of a name right there.
That would have been a great
one.
Like it. Probably could have asked AI for the name too. You're right, Patrick. And also, John, I hope you're doing well too.
Happy Thursday. I don't know. How is it? I have so much work.
I know. There's so much to do.
Thursday. There is so much to do this week.
How has your project been going with the CLI?
So I have like the hard part. I say the hard part. Listen, no, obviously, because if it was easy, I wouldn't be complaining now. So like everything that I wanted to do, it does. Like I wanted to bring the SDK into the backend server so that I could implement, like integrate AI features. into the app, and I can show it in a bit.
Yeah.
It's like the corniest thing, and the design is absolute garbage at the moment. So please.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Corny garbage is fun.
but so that like it works is the answer. It works. It does what, and I'm running it locally, and I think I'm gonna put it in a repo and open source it so people can run it locally as their own experiment to see. Not everything needs to be an app on the app store. So
yeah,
I'm gonna just clean it up and get the design to where it looks better, and then you can use it. But yeah, it's going though. Definitely being able to bring the SDK into the code, like, and it's literally like 2 lines of code, and now I have a whole function that I can automatically invoke when I want to. So it's pretty cool.
Let me add, I forgot to say login with GitHub.
Need that. And what model are you going to pick for this here?
Okay, you convinced me to try Codex. So
try Codex because especially if you're trying to do some OAuth thing, like it did a good job. Watch it make a liar out of me today. It does. It's a bit using their own like chat. I feel like it's a bit slower, but here's the thing too, friends. Like we are getting really used to things being really fast and snappy. So like what might feel slow is really not. It's just that you're like, what? I'm having to wait more than 1 second for this to load. Like, how dare it?
The thing is, I have so many projects that I've been wanting to build just sitting in a pile.
Yeah.
And it's been, the reality is, it's been really nice to at least get a lot of these projects started so that you can then do something with it. Where like this color palettes app that I've been wanting to make, let me actually see when I made it, because I think, let's see. I first wrote down the plan for this project in my notes 2 years ago.
Wow.
I have not touched it. It has been one that I've wanted to use. I still throw a bunch of colors everywhere. The fact that it made this plan for me, and I'm just like, I could implement this, and I could have an agent implement this, and I could even add more than I was originally planning, is really nice. There's a funny tweet I saw the other day from David K. Piano. I don't know if you've seen his tweets before, but he said, before AI, I always had 3 or 4 unfinished projects sitting in a pile, and it was always frustrating. Now with AI, I have 15 to 20 unfinished projects, which is very funny.
True.
But at least you start them, and that part is great.
So true.
But I see there's some questions. Yes, the Copilot SDK. What are we learning or creating here? We are learning about the Copilot SDK, which is in technical preview today. And you could go to github.com/GitHub/Copilot SDK.
Actually, please go and leave a star. That team has been working so hard. They deserve your stars.
You know what?
Please,
that's a good point. Oh, wow. I don't know if you saw that. It was at 858 stars right before I started, and then it hit 1K when I did start.
Amazing.
So either I did 100 stars just now, or a bunch of people are jumping on it. But that's so cool. But anyway, yeah, and they're releasing things all the time. Where I actually asked for a feature literally yesterday, and then yesterday evening they're just like, okay, done. And that was so great. And so definitely check out the Copilot SDK, so that way you can play with it a little bit more. And we are going to implement things with it here. So I'm just going to say, start implementing the steps in the work plan in spec.md. And let's just see what happens.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
I like this. Notice how Cassidy is not, I feel like I'm narrating like in the nature documentary that we need to link and share as well. Notice how Cassidy did not use YOLO.
True. Right. I've never tried to use the YOLO. There's a YOLO flag. I don't know.
Yes, you can. What is it? -- YOLO. I think that's it. Is it as simple as that?
It's an actual thing. Where if you've never tried it before, you can run the Copilot SDK and add the flag -- YOLO, and that'll just make everything you do automatically allowed, which is dangerous but fun and zany.
I mean, for something that you want to experiment with, like, I mean, listen, friends, don't do this in your production code at work today, okay?
Yeah, careful.
But for like your own experiments, it's fun. It's fun. Okay, so Aloha is still asking you to make sure that you're using the templates that you want to use. So it does give you.
Thanks, Kick 808. Oh no, state machines. Yeah, not yet. I think it's mad at me, and I'm just gonna let it be. We'll just see what happens. I don't know what's going on.
I can't get over it.
Yeah. So while it's running this, and I'm just not gonna look at it until we have something workable. Andrea, do you want to share your screen and share how your app is going?
Before we share that, I promise our amazing colleague Gwen that I will share this. So I'm sharing this. I ask her for this link at least once a week. And I told her, you know what, I'm gonna write it and share on the stream. So it's like register in my brain now. But in case you didn't know, we put out a monthly newsletter, and I get to write the Copilot one. Now we're on a rotation. Sometimes some of my colleagues as well. And there's a main one. I think, Cassidy, you write that one as well. But there is some really interesting tips and bits there. So it's short, and it's kind of to the point. There is more times than not a couple of code snippets there. So highly recommend if you like our engineering blog post and the way that like this changelog for the CLI, for the SDK, it was a thing of beauty. If you like that style of like going through information, like tell me what I need to know, you'll love the GitHub newsletters. So go ahead and subscribe to it.
Also, Andrea, can you show your newsletter too, please?
Oh my gosh. Are you sure? Yes. So it's like embarrassing good. Because this exists because Cassidy exists. Literally, no, because this is one of those things that's like, you ever had an idea and you're like, you always say like, I'm going to do this thing. And then you just don't do it. That was me until one fateful night when I talked to Cassidy, and then I
yelled at her.
And she literally was like, do it. So I've been doing it now. 10 issues I've done weekly.
Wow, 10. That's a big deal now.
Yeah, I would be ever so grateful if you
click real.
And subscribe. And if you don't like it, you unsubscribe. But I try to just cut through a lot of the noise and bring interesting things that maybe you didn't see, because I work here and I'm often surprised by some of the things that I see come through the changelog, because there is too much. There's too much information. There are too many ships every day. So yeah. You want me to share my screen so you all can laugh at my... Now that you've seen some beautiful design sensibilities, like you've seen the beauty that was that amazing app, the animations of it.
That I did not make. Once again, I talked to a designer.
now that you've seen that, I want you to prepare yourself to feast your eyes on the complete opposite of that.
Wonderful. I'm going to hide my screen, but just know I'm vibing.
It's working.
I'm hitting accept and letting it just go, and we'll find out more later.
Yeah. So now you can feast your eyes on the anti-pattern. Like this is the opposite of that. I just kind of pull it up here. I'm gonna zoom in. Look at this.
Enormous.
Hello. Hi. What's happening? Why can't we see things?
Everything is tiny.
Okay, we're gonna go big.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Okay, so clearly this is not right now from a design, from an accessibility point of view, it's very well labeled. So I'm proud of that. Yet everything is off center and completely just.
It's okay.
So, but hey, it's a starting point. What I wanted to do, what did I want to do? I wanted to make something where I was using the SDK, but very lightweight. And for me, because again, not everything needs to be an Apple Store app. More power to all of you super publishers of apps. Just I can run it locally, and it's gonna be kind of a wrapper for the way that I interact with issues. I did something similar for our Open Source Friday streams to help us triage. That one's a little bit more complex because it does have like some deeper backend things to it. But this is it basically. I'm gonna date myself. I didn't come on the dating app era. But you know that dating app that you like swipe right and then you swipe left?
Tinder?
Yeah, that one. So I wanted something like that, but for issues, right? So it has authentication so that you can pull up all of your issues that are assigned to you, or you can filter it by the owner repo as long as you have access to it. And then all of your issues automatically come up as cards, and you can do the motion. So if you want to keep it, you swipe right. If you want to eliminate it, you swipe left. But say you want to keep it. And so it's kind of a quick way of you to go through a triage of all the issues you have assigned to yourself. The reason the SDK was important here is because this is how I brought the power of Copilot into this little wrapper, because now I can request a AI summary.
That's nice.
So that is going to initialize the SDK, create that Copilot session for us, and then sends the prompt, and it takes a minute. And again, it comes back with like this very off-center, unreadable.
Okay, design aside, this is very useful.
You think? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I did like the ability to just be able to quickly go through issues. So now I see, and I need to improve this, obviously. I see what it is. It's giving me like a TLDR. You can make the prompt be what you want it to be. So if your sort of stream of consciousness to keep an issue closed or open in your project it needs to meet this criteria, then that can be part of the prompt to where automatically it's going to tell you it didn't meet the criteria that you like. So instead of keeping it open, then you can just go ahead and, okay, which way is left? That way. You go left and you close it. And then if you close it and you're like, whoops, I should not close that, then you have a handy dandy
nice. That's good.
So yeah, for all of you who have like design sensibilities, help me.
No, that's good though. I could see that being really handy too. Like if you're going through issues while you're like out and about. I don't know.
Yes,
I picture you like being bored waiting in line for something.
Exactly. And
why not triage issues?
Yeah, you just app it to the add it as a web app to your phone, and then just go like boom. So yeah, more to follow. I will put it in a repo and open source it so that one of you brilliant people can make it something that's beautiful, because right now it's just a mosh posh of things.
It's fun. We have some questions.
The one thing that I don't have I don't have a designer friend, but I did buy that little logo that I think is a little bit adorable.
That's fun.
Yeah, look at this cuteness. I'm gonna look. It's the little things.
Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, that's
okay, this looks a little bit creepy, but
yeah, it's okay. Okay, so can we use the Copilot SDK to build agents that automate server log analysis or security patching? Yes. That's like that's a great use case for it. You can use it to build and run all kinds of agentic workflows.
Exactly. So any kind of workflows that you have.
Is she hot or not? That was kind of funny.
Yeah. I was thinking of through some of the things that I guess you could do with the SDK that are, because you can do anything with Copilot, you can assign issues to Copilots, but having sort of that wrapper and being able to initialize it from your code, like now you don't need to even think about it. You don't need to go chat. You don't need to delegate. It's part of your web app. So you just initialize it once and then you reuse it forever and ever and ever. But think of like doing like slab bots, doing like, I don't know, for CI/CD integration, things like, I'm low using AI for these summaries, especially when I hone the prompt to be what matters to me. It does a really good job at it, right? Like it's pretty decent. Any kind of internal dashboards, that things that matter for you at work.
So nice.
It would be a good use case. Yeah.
It'd be good on Google Maps when you're searching for restaurants. You can build that with the Copilot SDK.
Yes.
You can integrate the Google Maps SDK, get your lists of restaurants or whatever, or search, add the Copilot SDK, and you could make a Tinder for the restaurants that you want, or sort them. Or you could say like, I want this cuisine around these things, open now, whatever, and then it tells you where to go. That is all possible.
It's like the power is there, friends, and it's literally two lines of code. You just gotta bring
it's amazing.
And point out like that works really well. And if you already have a GitHub Copilot Pro subscription, like why not? It's like
Yeah.
for issues,
No,
why not?
I have so many like small tools I've been building. I've made some brainstorming tools. I've been making just like little CLI commands and everything. It's great. Things that format certain JSON stuff.
Yes.
Let's see. I see we use the Copilot SDK to build agents. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I answered your question earlier. Yes, you can. It's very exciting.
Yes, you can.
And in case you're wondering, it's still going. It's still
It's
vibing, but you
working.
can see the steps in the list. It's slowly checking things off.
I love it.
There's enough code being written that I'm letting it vibe. I'm letting it
I
go.
love it. What has anyone used the CLI for anything other than what we share here? Like, I sometimes get surprised by some of the creativity of people. So like, do tell us if you used it for one of the things that we haven't mentioned. I'm looking through the chat to see if there are any other questions.
One of my favorite things with the CLI, and it's very simple, but it's great, is the share / command.
Yes.
If y'all haven't seen it, basically, let's just say you did something really awesome that you like, and you want to figure out how can you share that session with your team. You do /share, it automatically puts it in a gist, and then you can copy that gist to your clipboard, and send it to your team. Done.
Yes, I love that.
It's so quick and easy. And it's been great for just talking through what or showing your team what you did, what you learned, and all that. I love GitHub gists in general. I feel like they're a quiet.
I just recently started using gist a lot, and I'm
obsessed.
really loving it. It's really I think maybe because you share a couple of gists, and I was like, why don't I use this? Like, that's silly.
This thing. Yeah.
Can I share my shame of the CLI? Like,
I love seeing your shame, because your shame is usually not that bad.
It is. It is. Hey, it's my favorite Italian. Oh, yay. Francesco. So I kick off, and especially now working with agents where you can have I have Codex doing something. I have the Copilot coding agent doing something else.
Yeah.
I have my little side loop happening. And so a lot of times I'm running a lot of things and I forget A, what ports I use.
Yeah.
And B, the command to kill them all the time. Like, that is something that for some reason my brain refuses to learn. So I just do Copilot. Kill all open processes, kill all running servers.
That's good. That's actually really good.
I can tell it, listen, if I know what I'm doing, I'll just say, go kill it. But I can ask him to show me what's active, and then I can figure out what I need to kill or not, and then just tell it, okay, do this, and it'll in one little line, and it's done. That's my shame.
GitHub format my C drive. That's terrifying.
That is terrifying. But you know what? I
do it on like a test box or something. I
used it for my my little external drive, because it was split and one part of it was corrupted, and I could not for the life of me get it to reset. Like, doing it myself was getting nowhere. And I did it. I was like, there was nothing here that I was gonna miss. If this is the thing, friends, it's like when you're at the casino, okay, you need to know what chips you're okay to put on the table. you can't put the rent money on it. So I was comfortable with saying, go to town, clean this thing, help me get it to where it works. And legit, it did it.
It did? Mm-hmm. That's amazing, actually.
It did. It did. It does a good job.
Whoa. That's pretty good. Let's see. Oh, there's so many questions. Let's see. Is that a hard G or a soft G? GitHub is a hard G, so gists. Yeah.
Huh.
I mean,
certainly Dev with the top questions.
I think of it more as like what's the gist of this sentence, or like what's the gist that I need to understand? Like, I think it's more of like because it is a small file.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that's gist with a J, but like, eh. And I also say GIF for the image.
For GIF?
I know it's controversial. I've been called out on that twice this week already. But the creator said GIF, and so I'm going with GIF.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
I'm letting it be. Let's see. What is the difference between Copilot CLI, and models.github.ai.
Oh, hello.
That is a good question. So GitHub Models is like a models marketplace that
Correct.
you can use. How, like, you can use it for different things, but I admit I've only ever used it once in a GitHub action. I don't know how you've
Yes,
used
it's very good for that,
Andrea.
by the way. I have a lot of actions that are running directly into like using that Azure. You use Azure Inference, the same that Copilot uses, but you have access to like a bazillion models.
Yeah, and it lets you like use models. You have an API key for the models. It's like a sandbox for the models. That the Copilot CLI is an actual tool for your terminal to interact with GitHub Copilot specifically.
I've shared the marketplace URL there. So literally there are so many, and there is a lot of times, like if you're trying to incorporate, let's say you want to have a model into your app or whatever. And like, this is a good way to experiment with models that you're like, like the DeepSeek models are here. All of the little the Pi or P, see? The Microsoft models, which the small ones are like brilliant. They're fast, they're snappy. You can run them locally. So before you go spend a bunch of money committing to a model provider for
with a big multiplier on tokens and stuff.
Exactly. You come here and you experiment with all of this, and then you figure out, do I really need opens?
Yeah, exactly.
Do I really need like something that powerful to do X, Y, or Z? So I love models. That's one of the funnest things that I come up with.
We have another question. Does the Copilot SDK support webhooks, runners, actions, and or playwrights? And so there's different endpoints in the SDK that can be called by all of these things.
Yes. I did it. I brought in an action. Let me think. Think. This is the action. Oh, the action for creating the same thing to generate AI summaries. But it's part of an action that does some other task automatically for me in a repo. And so I brought the SDK in the action. So now it's just one call. It's beautiful. I can share that also because that is a public.
I was fully muted there. I said that was a good demo too, and you should make a video of that.
so many things. Let me share that because that is and you can see how it was. The import is basically the same, but it's actions also, man. Actions are goated. I'm gonna start doing a lot of actions content. Hopefully, hashtag. Get ready.
2026.
So, hey, if you have pressing actions questions or there are things that you're like, what the heck? Please.
I think the concept of like agentic workflows where it's like agents
inside
orchestrating actions and stuff, that's a very interesting concept. Where I haven't done anything with that yet, but it seems particularly cool.
Oh, absolutely. And like, a lot of the things for me, what I'm going to share, this workflow, it was about doing an automation on a task that is manual. And it might not take a ton of time, but it takes time. And so I'm going to share the link to the workflow so you can kind of go take a look. But you can see where it just basically, it's the same way that you install any dependency, just so you install the Copilot SDK. And the Copilot
Can
CLI
you share your screen with this link?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, let's
I would do it, but I'm vibing so hard. It's doing the last few bullet points.
I love that.
Thanks for the insight into the SDK. You are very welcome. And please share your projects with us. Share them online.
Yes,
tell us. And would love to
tell
see
us. Do tell us.
It's really cool to see what people have been building so far. Like we've been seeing a lot of like log analysis stuff. One thing that one of our coworkers, Burke, made that blew my mind that was so cool was he called it like a desktop controller app where it was voice activated and he could say, hey, how many VS Code windows do I have open right now? And it said 4. He said, okay, could you tile all of them in a grid? And then it just tiled all of his VS Code windows on his desktop in a grid, which is a simple concept, but he did that with his voice and just was controlling his computer, and it was all built on top of the Copilot SDK. It was really cool.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. I missed that demo. I need to, I hope it was recorded because I love to see that.
Or
actually, hi, Bert,
you're
cordially invited to Rubber Duck Thursday. What are you doing next week? Okay, so what am I sharing? I'm sharing the action that I was talking about, my friends. Let me just go back to it so I can scroll. And, with actions, again, you can set up this task or these workflows on push, you can put it on a cron job, you can put it, but for me, I needed to be on a label state. So once I review the thing and I say, yeah, this is happening, then I apply a label, and then that's going to kick off all of this task. And then I did add a little testing issue there. So it wouldn't be like spamming a million issues. But here's the part that's relevant. So
it's installing Copilot and the SDK.
And because I'm creating a thumbnail using a page that I made on GitHub Pages. It's basically just the automation of like the inputs and then bringing that image that the page generated as an artifact. So that's part of the action too. So when the action finished running, you get a nice little message, and I'll show you that now.
That's sick.
But it's cool. It's something that is so simple. Shout out to Copilot, the ultimate regex partner. I didn't write on that brilliant. No chance. But then back to like the power of the SDK that you're prompting, and you can adjust the prompt to be literally what you want it to be. So this sounds, it sounds kind of cheesy, but I'm like, it was important that I had like a starting point of a comment that I'm then gonna read and review. So it's not like I'm not taking the human out of this part of it. Yeah. But it's saving me time because it's gonna tell me exactly what this person is, what project they're bringing, and then just things that you can be very niche on your prompting is the point. And then that's it. So every time now that there is a labeled issue that is scheduled, you get a nice little, and I don't think, actually I can kick it off on this one because I don't think we've done it. This is the one for handy computer friends. So come and join us. It's on an APAC friendly time because he is based in APAC. So we're going to be here at 8 a.m. on Friday the 6th. But we'll kick it off basically.
Wow. Wait, was that thumbnail?
So this is the thumbnail that's generated. I just did it.
That's amazing though.
I did it before I finished doing the action because I wanted to go ahead and schedule it for him so that I could send like his invites. But technically, now that it's just being set, labeled, scheduled, then it's kicked off the action, which is going through the same, like what you just saw, installing the dependencies, is reading the entire content and telling me, okay, like, which is really cool because it's saving me having to go back through every issue. And listen, if you're going through a lot, if you have like hundreds, if like the volume, and this can be for like work streams too, like if you're trying to figure out why you should focus on how to like assign it to your teams, it might be a good way. So it'll run through all of that. It'll do that message, and then it'll go to my page and generate that thumbnail, download it, bring it as an artifact so that you can then upload it.
That's so cool.
So once it's done doing all of that, let's see one that's
That's like a really neat surface area for it to be.
Yes, I think. Oh, we're having the friends of Claude. Have you heard of Claude Bot? Come see us on Friday. I feel like there's like a million. This is one event, and come to.
There's so many streams coming up. It's great though.
Other ones, please. Let me see one that's already been labeled scheduled so that I can show you the output basically, because it does take a moment because it's going through like
it's
bringing the thing and the whatchamadoodle and the whatchamajig and doing all the thing. I don't think this one is done before. Well, you know what? It might be done by now. Let's see. Could it be? Here we go. So now it's giving us, this is the action that, like the prompt that I had, like make it personable. So that was saying, okay, yeah, you turn your broken finger into an opportunity. Cool. I'll go in and do a little touch on it too, because I wanted to still, I'll have more to say. Like, hey, guess what? We're talking about it in Rubber Duck Thursday today. But it's giving me, it's a heck of a lot better than starting with a blank comment. And then it ran the second part of the workflow, which is going to create that promotional thumbnail and then bringing it as a artifact here. So
that's
I can
amazing.
Download it. And it has all the instructions. So it just makes it a little bit less, I guess, less task. I don't have to do all this. I just get the robots to do it for me. So
That's so
I'll take it.
fun.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
I
Thanks
was
for
just
reminding me of
looking
that.
over at my IDE and it's debugging itself. And so
Nice.
TBD on if it's actually going to work now.
But listen, I mean, the fact that it's even going through the entire plan, and we're here like literally talking and vibing, and
I know.
it's cooking.
I'm literally running npm run dev now for the first time, and we're going to see if the app runs. Are you all ready for this?
Let's see it. Should I add your screen to the stage? Here we go.
Wait, look at that.
It's doing the thing.
It looks like it's doing the thing.
It's
Let me see if I
alive!
can zoom in on this. Oh, it's not letting me zoom in, so that's not great. But here, I will share instead just my app screen. I'm looking at this for the first time as you all are. So let's see what this looks like. So it's got a little icon that's a rainbow.
I like that.
Okay. Oh, and so it has like your library settings where you want to save it. That's cute. Default exports is CSS variables, Sass variables. That's awesome. Okay, so it has a recent list size, importing palettes. That's pretty good. Okay, so it wants me to set a library folder to start. So I'm going to, I have to just say like a folder. Okay, I'm just going to make something up. This I would like to add a file picker.
Yeah, was that part of your instructions? Like you wanted it to be?
I wanted to be able to say like where everything lives. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but I'm going to, yeah, I have time. Okay. C:, and then I'm going to say documents. Is that a thing? We'll find out. I'm just going to say /colors. Let's just pretend that exists. Wow.
What?
This looks so good.
This is sick.
Look, you could say like, okay, I want to export these. Oh, it's already trying to save things in this folder. Wow.
I love this. Now, you haven't referenced your Obsidian file yet, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I copied and pasted Obsidian things into the CLI for making the plan.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
I mean, color me impressed. Oh! We'll be here all day. No, not really.
Wow.
Wow. That's cool.
What style guide did you use to create the look and feel? I said lean on custom things, but it's okay if you use Tailwind. And I have a feeling it used Tailwind just because of the vibe.
I'll bet you.
But I'm okay with that.
$1.
This gets me so much further than I would have expected. I'm gonna call this like demo palette. And it'd be just like rainbow as a tag.
What's this up and down buttons? Like what is the ones by the color?
So I think it's just to order it, which I kind of like.
Yeah, because you can get like a view.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then add a color. I'm just gonna do this neon green. Look at that.
Cassidy remembers hex colors by heart.
Don't make fun of me.
I'm narrating. Notice how the developer remembers her favorite hex colors by heart.
And you choose different. Oh, you can say it's your favorite. You can add notes. I'm very excited.
This is pretty legit.
And look at the rainbow tag is there. I've been wanting this app for years, Andrea.
I love it.
I'm so excited.
And in less than an hour, there is.
And in less than an hour. And like, yes, I'm sure there are things I'm going to have to change. And yes, I saw some jankiness, but the baseline works. Okay, it has enable AI mode. I'm going to try one attempt at enabling AI mode.
So wait, what
AI enable ask to do? Was that it? Is that all I had to do? No way.
Maybe.
AI suggest tags.
Suggest tags or
it's loading.
That'd be cool, but I don't know. Like you'll need a vision model for that. But like if you drag and drop a picture and it creates a color palette.
I added that in the plan actually. I can't tell if it worked or can I make like a new one? Oh wait, look, drop an image right here.
It did do it.
Okay, I'm gonna pick a random image. This one of Batman. Oh my gosh, look, it's already here.
It's Gotham. Oh, this is brilliant. Fantastic. And it even suggested the name based on your file name, I guess. Was
Yeah.
it? Amazing.
Oh, and look, AI mode, dark, noir, moody, gothic, heroic.
That's amazing.
I'm so excited.
This is a great demo for the SDK, Cassidy.
Yeah. Okay. I need to like call our boss and be like,
Yeah,
hey,
this is
check
really
this out.
cool.
Wow. That is so fun.
That
And
is
hey,
really fun.
everybody, this is how live it is. My reaction is genuine. It just worked. And the Copilot integration just worked. That's so cool.
Amazing. Another vote for Codex.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Jacob in the chat. Whoops, my demo accidentally worked.
Jacob,
Yeah.
the truth in that is...
It's one of those things where like things never work on the first try. Of course not.
Yeah.
But it did.
Listen, friends, this was like scrappy effort. Like, I guarantee you Cassidy is not created a PRD for this, has this. Like, this was literally like, it happened here. You were on the stream when it happened.
I'm like, I'm sweaty. This is thrilling. I need to tell the world about this. Also, I need to cut us off because the stream is supposed to be over.
Yes, but I gotta go. I'm gonna record a checkout here in a few moments.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta go do that.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in and check out the Copilot CLI. If you have feedback, share it on socials or
please
in
do. The team is reading it. Let me tell you.
Everybody is reading everything, for better or for worse. So be nice because humans are reading everything. But it was wonderful chatting with all of you. We'll see you next Thursday. Andrea, we'll see you tomorrow for Open Source Friday.
Yes, please join me. The first stream is happening at 10 o'clock. I have a stream in Spanish with the Art Language Project. We're going to talk about a really awesome initiative they're kicking off. And then at 11, I'm going to talk to Peter about Clawbot. And then at 1, I'm going to talk to Daniel Rowe. So it's a full day.
Wow, you got a full day.
It's a full day.
Thanks, y'all. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.